Imagine driving through a dark highway at 2 a.m. when your child suddenly whispers, "Mom, why are you leaving us?" Even though you never stopped the car. In Nevada, a family kept driving, but something followed them anyway. This is not fiction. This is one of America's most disturbing unsolved road trip disappearances. At around 1:30 in the morning, Emily noticed something strange on the dashboard as the GPS kept changing routes on its own, recalculating again and again despite Mark driving straight. Mark tried to calm her by saying that Nevada often messes with signals, but Emily felt a deep pressure in her chest, the kind of fear that arrives before logic can explain it. Without anyone touching the controls, the car radio suddenly turned on, and instead of music or static, a deep and broken voice slowly said, "Don't stop the car." The radio shut off immediately, leaving behind a silence so thick that even the sound of breathing felt too loud. Without anyone touching the controls, the car radio suddenly turned on, and instead of music or static, a deep and broken voice slowly said, "Don't stop the car." The radio shut off immediately, leaving behind a silence so thick that even the sound of breathing felt too loud. Moments later, 5-year-old Emma whispered softly that someone was sitting between her and her brother. Emily turned around quickly and saw nothing, but the middle seatbelt, which no one had used, was tightly buckled. And at that moment, fear turned into panic as Emily realized something unseen was sharing their space. Josh began crying and said that someone was telling him his mother would leave them. And when Emily asked who was saying that, Josh stared straight ahead and replied that it was the one they couldn't see. Emily tried to pull her children closer, but the car suddenly felt crowded, as if an invisible presence was pressing in from all sides. At exactly 2:17 in the morning, Emily sent a desperate message to her sister, saying that something was following them and that if they stopped, they would not survive. Seconds later, her phone lost all signal, and that message became the final proof that the family was still alive at that moment. The next morning, police found the family's car parked on the side of the highway, with the doors locked, the keys still inside, and all their belongings untouched. There were no signs of violence, no blood, and no footprints leading away from the vehicle. Yet the entire family had vanished, as if they had been erased from the road itself. 3 days later, investigators recovered a voice recording from Mark's phone, and when it was played, his voice could be heard whispering that they never stopped the car. But whatever was following them still managed to get inside. In the background, the sound of children screaming could be heard, followed by slow and unnatural breathing that did not belong to any human being. Lives on. To this day, the case remains unsolved, and truck drivers who pass through Nevada late at night claim that their radios sometimes turn on by themselves, repeating the same warning in a low whisper, telling them not to stop the car no matter what they hear.